Yeah, welcome viewers. Got a terrible story here I just found on Facebook. We'll deal with it now. I'm going to run the video and we'll go from there.
Our top story tonight, we're learning more information about a man charged with molesting several kids he met through church. Right now, 21-year-old Joshua Alvarez is out of jail on $75,000 bond. According to church members, he was a Jehovah's Witness and attended services at the Kingdom Hall on Pleasanton Road on the south side. The details in this case are extremely disturbing. According to court papers, two 4-year-old boys told their parents that Alvarez performed sexual acts on them. Police say there are 7 alleged victims in all, ages between 3 to 10.
Investigators believe the allegations go as far back as 2012. Our Joe Galley has a response from the church and from an organization that claims the church often attempts to cover up abuse.
We went to Joshua Alvarez's home. Although I could see and hear people in the home, no one answered the door. Alvarez is accused of molesting several children he met through what police would only say is a religious congregation. Alvarez was a Jehovah's Witness. Several members of the church told me he attended services at this Kingdom Hall. No one here was willing to talk to me on camera. Keith Walker is president of Evidence Ministries, an organization that he says helps former Jehovah's Witnesses transition away from the church.
The number one priority of the Watchtower organization is to protect its name, not to protect the victims.
We contacted the Jehovah's Witness national headquarters to get a comment. They strongly disagree with Walker's stance. In a statement they wrote, quote, "Mr. Alvarez is no longer a Jehovah's Witness," and, quote, "As Jehovah's Witnesses, we view child sexual abuse as an especially repugnant, wicked deed."
This case hit home for me because when I was 11 years old, I was raped and molested by a leader in my church congregation in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Jasmine McGill is the founder of King's Angels, an organization that helps abused children. She's offering free long-term counseling for Alvarez's alleged victims.
That's why it's important that we educate our children on what's really out there and what's happening and how to protect themselves.
McGill is hoping parents will see this report and reach out. Joe Galley, News 4 San Antonio.
Well, I can't really add to that. My goodness me. Just let me clear this.
All right, Melissa, thank you. This weekend, a local chorus is
we're trying to
bringing back a holiday tradition.
No, so that's the end of that. But we see that this man was out on a $75,000 bond and learned from the church members he was a Jehovah's Witness and attended services at the Kingdom Hall on Pleasant Road, wherever that is, somewhere, I believe, in the United States. He molested several children, some as young as 4 years of age, 7 victims roughly between 3 to 10 years of age. This is within the church. The number one priority of the Watchtower organization is to protect its name. Now, we have to agree with that, don't we? I mean, it's just been constant when you look at the Royal Commission. And I'm going to put up a clip right now of how the elders behaved in the Royal Commission. Just bear with me for one minute. So I've found a clip from the Australian Royal Commission. I'm going to run it now, but look at this. Look, I'm not going to comment. You make up your own mind, but look at this man and his attitude.
So if you're not satisfied that this person will not offend again.
That's Angus Stewart, the council assist, and the other man's Kevin, what's his name? Let's just go back a bit. Kevin Bowditch. He's a JW elder. Have a look at this guy. I mean, and his attitude.
Will not offend again, then you won't reprove. You'll disfellowship.
Yes.
And when a person's disfellowshipped, they then can still attend meetings and so on, but under some restrictions, is that right?
Under a lot of restrictions, yes.
And members of the congregation cannot associate with them socially
or spiritually.
Hang on, I'm going to start this again because I'm running, when I study on YouTube, I run it fast so that I can get through it quicker. I just want to start this again because I don't think the volume was loud enough.
Not satisfied that this person will not offend again, then you won't reprove.
Now, Mr. Stewart's asking, if you're not satisfied that a person, he's talking about a pedophile.
You'll disfellowship.
Yes.
And when the person's disfellowshipped, they then can still attend meetings.
Just look at the lady in the background, how mortified she is by all of this. Just the look on her face.
And so on, but under some restriction, is that right?
Under a lot of restrictions.
Yes. And members of the congregation cannot associate with them socially.
Socially or spiritually.
Yes. But the person is still otherwise in the world and can associate with people outside of the church.
Yes.
And you don't take into consideration, do you, how people outside of the church might be kept safe from such a person whom you're not satisfied will not reoffend?
If they were outside the church and they were a close friend, I would tell them.
Well, and how would you know if they're a close friend and they're outside of the church?
Now, if they were a close friend of mine.
A close friend of yours?
If I associated with them.
What about people who are not close friends of yours, others than outside of the church? You don't take any steps, do you, to protect them from this potential reoffending?
Have a go at this guy. He hasn't got a clue. He hasn't got any idea. He's just a wicked old man himself.
You don't, do you? You're concerned with the congregation
Yeah,
principally, aren't you?
we're concerned with the congregations. We are shepherds of the congregation.
Yes, and you're not a shepherd to those who are not in the congregation.
No.
And as an organisation, in your experience, you don't seek to protect or take care of children who are outside of the congregation.
That's a broad statement.
Well, I can...
No, it's not a broad statement. It's a straightforward question.
Yeah, limited.
In your
please.
decision on whether or not to disfellowship someone, you don't take consideration of children outside of the congregation.
Do take consideration of them, but what ability have we got to protect every child in Australia?
Oh, what a terrible, horrible response.
Well, what you can do is you can report to the child protection authorities.
And that is done in some cases.
But generally it's not done, is it?
No.
It's not done unless there's a legal requirement for it to be done, is there?
That is true.
Wow. Let's just stop there. Bear with me, viewers. We'll come out of that now. Oh, hang on. What have I done? Oh, this is where I mess up. So, wow. Oh, gosh. The poor old watchtower. They're always in trouble, aren't they? I've just changed the camera view to try and make it a little bit better. But, yeah, another terrible story of child abuse. I don't know. It's relatively new. It's been around for quite some time, but where is it here? Jehovah Witness leadership apparently condemned former member of Q child molestation, but they've done it after the fact. I also have a channel, just for those that don't know, called Pro Theologist on Facebook. But it's mainly just sharing of things that come from YouTube anyway, so I don't know if that interests anyone. But as Jehovah Witnesses, this is this is what the Jehovah Witnesses say, the Watchtower. We view child sexual abuse as an especially repugnant, wicked deed. Child abuse has far-reaching consequences. It affects the victims as well as those who care about the victims, their family members and their Christian brothers and sisters. The child abuser hurts the child in devastating ways. He betrays the child's trust, robbing the child of his or her security. Children must be protected from such a wicked deed, and those who have been victimized by it need comfort and help. The elders provide ongoing support to any individuals, but the elders don't report. They haven't reported these pedophiles to the police, who may have been hurt. In addition, the elders remain alert regarding the alleged abuser to protect the congregation from potential danger, but the best thing the elders could do is report these people to the police. Jasmine McGill is the founder of King's Angels, an organisation, and we saw her speak, and that's the end of that story. But yeah, another terrible case of child sexual abuse in the Jehovah Witnesses. Again, this is Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, New South Wales, Australia. I just want to put it out there. One of the problems with this is, again, we're running on the problem of religions that think there's something they need to do or not do to make God happy or stop him from being sad. And this is what's causing this abuse. So thank you for joining me. I'll leave it there. But again, another terrible, horrible story of children being abused by the Jehovah Witness Watchtower Bible and Tract Society organisation. Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. Bye for now. Yeah, Dr. Jason Morrison, theologist again. I just want to say thank you for watching the videos, and I hope you got plenty of self-rediscovery and freedom out of it. If you watched it on YouTube, please share or like, maybe even comment. If you watched it on Facebook, like, comment, share. But most of all, get out and live. This isn't a rehearsal. You've got a one-off life. Don't let your loyalty and your faithfulness blind you to the life that you should be experiencing. Till the next video, thank you for watching, and bye for now.